Hey, I'm Tesla, and every month I show you how I budget out my paychecks, but I am trying to incorporate more of these spending reviews to see if I actually stuck to my budget. So I'm going to go over how November of 2023 went for me. For a quick overview, I have my monthly dashboard. I made a total of $5,369.48, which is about $268 more than I thought I would. I did a super small side hustle job. I got double the amount of cash back I would normally get, and then I got a very generous gift of $190, so that's where the extra income came from. With that income, I invested $1,140, which is my standard amount for the year, and 21.2% of November's monthly income. And I actually got to save a little bit of money in November, which is a breath of fresh air because most months this year I have been negative. I saved $638.52. So as you can see, I spent about 67% of my income and then put away 30%, which is a percentage that I try to aim for. Although I was correct in these 70-30% percentages, I was still over budget by $93.85. But before I go over what I spent, we can go over what I saved for. So I put $201.80 into my furniture fund because in the long term, I would like to be able to buy more and nicer furniture. I removed $164 just about from my month ahead fund because I only use it for bills and $2,000 was a sufficient amount for that, so I lowered my goal. Emergencies received $476.90. I put $40.22 towards medical care, and I removed $76.16 because I renewed my Home Again membership for my dog Chip and my Notion subscription. I put $212.87 towards Christmas, which was closely upcoming, and then I removed $53.16 because my goal was already completed and I didn't need it to be overfunded, so I kept it at around $5,100, which meant removing this little bit of money and putting it elsewhere. So now we can get into expenses, and for that I'll go to YNAB's spending report. On home care, which is always my biggest chunk, I spent $1,928.34. I bought a cheap dresser, a stocking for my dog. I think I put that under durables, which actually I should have just put that under pet supplies. Maybe I'll change it later. I did a Ring doorbell payment plan that I had signed up for a while back. A TV mount, which actually got stolen, and I'm glad I started to look over my expenses because I need to report it to Amazon and either get my money back or get a new one, but it was stolen off my porch. I've been having tons of porch pirates. I bought a printer as well and plug-in cents. All of that was about $209, and pretty much everything in durables I had planned for. What I didn't plan for was maintenance to repair my fridge for $142.78. After that was consumables, which also had to do with my fridge. I got new air filters, new water filters, and then other miscellaneous things like zip ties, flowers, and toothbrushes. And the toothbrushes also got stolen, and I still need a replacement for that. So everything besides the flowers and zip ties were pretty much a necessary purchase. The next largest category was food, and I continue to shock myself with how much I spend on food. I really outdid myself in November because in the moment it does not feel like I'm spending a lot on food, but then it turns out I've spent almost $549 just on myself, feeding only myself. So most of it is groceries. I do meal kit boxes, which are often $50 to $55 a piece, which is expensive. I also went to Trader Joe's, spent a lot of money there. I don't live near one, so when I got the chance to go to one, I just basically bought everything that I could, I guess. So I just know that I have to bring down food in 2024. This is so much money as a single person, and I know that other single people do not spend as much on food as I do. I know they don't. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I have to do it because it's just crazy. Although I will say my junk food may be a little bit higher than usual because I only went to sit-down places twice for $45, but the rest is because I took a trip out of town And I paid for a lot of food while I was on that trip, and I just categorized it under junk food because I pick stuff up a lot along the way while I'm traveling. But still, a lot of money there. Next biggest portion was giving $407.12. I was actually under budget in transportation, which I feel like never happens for me. I spent $287.72 because my insurance is so pricey. It's only 8% of my total spending, but usually I feel like it's a lot higher. Miscellaneous was $153.94, and that is definitely more than usual. So that's because it includes subscriptions, which I had talked about, which I had pulled from my sinking funds. UPS, I had to ship something that was $4.11. The biggest thing here was I spent about $71 on technology because I bought 5 new iPhone charging cords. I feel like I can never have enough of them. And then I bought $50 speakers for my computer. Although I'm not sure that they're that much better than my $12 ones. They're a little bit better, not that much. And then my noise canceling headphones stopped working, and I bought a wire for a charging wire to see if it would make them work, but it didn't. Then there was personal care for about $117, 14 of that being medicine. The rest would have been threading 10 pairs of socks that I don't even have anymore because I swear every time I go on vacation with my family, they end up stealing my socks. I always come back with like less socks than I went with, which is fine. That's why I bought them. I bought winter gloves because it was really cold where we went, and then $40 of this, I went to a Pierce the Veil concert, got a t-shirt for $40, and then the rest of it, I'll just say it plainly, I had bought some lingerie because I'm an adult and sometimes I buy that stuff. So yeah, all of that totaled to 3.3% of my spending. Fun money I already broke down in my last November video was a bunch of stuff stuff I bought and things I did while I was in LA and San Francisco. And lastly, it was Mr. Chip. I got a dog gate a long time ago. Luckily, he gets along with his doggy roommate, but I had got a gate just in case I needed to separate them, which I don't need to, but I put that on a payment plan, and this was my last payment plan for that, which was $41.60. That was nearly $4,000 of spending in November. And remember in my 2024 goals video, I said I wanted to spend about $39,000. I'm well over that. I am well over that. And by the time I'm finished with December, it'll be way over that. So, that's just a reality check for me. So, it's weird because when I do my monthly budgets, I actually stick pretty close to them. But in the long term, I think little things and then a few big things come up that definitely end up throwing me off my target for the whole of the year, but that is okay. I think I'm going to do my December wrap up video soon, as well as figure out my 2024 goals. I can't believe it is already here, and hopefully I do a much better job of sticking to them next year than I did this year. But I look forward to talking to y'all later. Bye.